myself I'm also administrative advocate with UNICEF. I'm currently doing my master's at Harvard, and I also passed a bill 2 years ago now for Maryland for creating a rape kit tracking system. So, yeah.
And I think it's wonderful that you're here, and I'm glad that you're here because the things that you're doing is amazing, and I applaud you for being in this space with young creators, old creators, everybody that's coming out today, honestly. Me, when I was 16 years old, I had the opportunity to get into acting, and then I was in a TV show, you know Flex Alexander? Yeah, I was playing his son in a TV show for Kids Thomas production company. And now I'm doing a TV, I'm doing a pilot, I'm trying to get my pilot.
Well, tell her about your mental health program.
Yeah, so basically what's interesting about why I'm here today, so UCLA, I'm writing a project for them right now. They partner with this organization named DMH, and they're doing a project on mental health. It's like a 5-minute informational video where we'll be showing it in mental health clinics and all over, like mental health clinics all over LA. So I'm writing that project for them right now. It's very
Wow. And Sherlett, can you give them any history on you or just any?
I'm a product of LAUSD, proud graduate of Dorsey Xavier University. Returned back as an educator for about 25 years at Dorsey High School. I taught sports psychology. I did a couple other things at the school side. I was a dean, athletic director. And then just this past, maybe about 20 months ago, I took a position as an educational policy advisor for the board member, and then he resigned or retired, and in his retirement asked me if I would run for the seat. So I ran and won in November of 24 and have taken over the seat over about 100 days ago, if not more, and now to create policy for LA Unified. So we have a lot of partners at UCLA. We work with a lot of organizations here, Sound Body, Sound Mind. We work with Generation Exchange. It's a program that we work with in our schools. So just building policy now to connect the future generation with those that have gone before us.
I think that it's important to reignite the issues that are going on in communities. Or like you say, you went to Dorsey, the reality of what's going on in that community, different things we're all like. And I feel like what I'm trying to do as a young creative is tell stories from a young side, from a young perspective that older creators might often overlook. And I feel like gentrification, the reality of what it's like for a black man going into an inequality world in distinct schools. So I look forward to honestly conversating with you more about the things I can do to share awareness about in school.
And mental health is one of the top of my priorities too. We're just making connections. So we have a lot of online opportunities for our students now. We're going to be hosting a big event at the Coliseum in May, promoting all of our programs that we have with mental health, because our students have been screaming out saying we need support. And currently we just established our Student Advisory Council, so we can hear their voices to kind of make those connections too.
Right. And one of the things that all these guys are kind of linked together is through Jay Tucker, and this word apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeship. Can you tell us anything you know about apprenticeship and how you want to integrate that into your programming?
So apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeship, which the district has a program now. It's not as robust as we need it to be. We want it to grow. We want opportunities for our students to be able to get hands-on learning, because I believe that students learn better that way. They learn from the opportunities of actually doing things versus just theoretically. So right now we are partnering within our schools now to make sure that through our community colleges that they get that opportunity not only at school site, but then also extended to those community colleges where they can get the hands-on experience as well. So that's something that our board district is working on.
Right, and Aaron, you want to share anything about your journey as a 18-year-old?
Well, I'm from BC originally. I came from like the borderline of DC, like Silver Spring.
Jay,
deep into there.
tap him, bring him over.
And then about 15 years later, I ended up here. About 3 years ago, I'm 18 now, so I'm a senior at Sardis. I came out here. My grandfather had a 15.
This is Sherlett from LAUSD, the school board member. I just want to be able to have a conversation with her about apprenticeship and just young people. Looking ahead, is there anything?
Is there a way we can do that a little bit later? Because I'm about to go on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm not. I got 20 minutes, right?
I think so. So I just wanted to make sure that you can introduce what this conference is about and how people who aren't in the MBA program at UCLA can learn anything about the fact that they're in these rooms today.
Well, I mean, there's the stuff that you learn because of the people that are on stage, and we're talking about artificial intelligence and streaming and the film industry and TV and music, entrepreneurship and so on. And then there's all the stuff that you learn being around all these people. It's a full house with hundreds of industry folks in very different professions, job functions, organizations, and parts of the industry. And it's a great opportunity to just talk to people and figure out what they do, how they do it, and how they got here. So, you know, my hope is that people who aren't already established, or people who aren't, you know, already in an MBA program at UCLA can partake and be part of the experience.
Right. And Sherlett was just sharing what partnerships she has with UCLA. Can you explain those again?
So we have a Sound Body, Sound Mind partnership as well as Gen X Exchange, which Generation Exchange is solely in Board District 1, where we're working with retirees that come back to our K-3 and they do maybe reading or writing with students. And so the exchange part is that geriatrics is also testing our retirees to see, wow, it's a win-win situation because they come in, they may not be as mobile, they may not have the same faculties, but when they leave, the post-test is seeing that they are more active, their pressure has been reduced, and then our students get the benefit as well as their reading competency improves, their comprehension improves, their mathematics improves. So the schools that have the partnership, we're seeing their test scores go up. So it's a win-win on both sides.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Right. And Jay, is there anything that you want
to do geriatrics, so I appreciate it.
Is there anything that you want these young people to take away from today, especially these guys 18, 20, how old?
Oh, no, I'm 18.
18. Sabrina's young, so any young
So I don't know if this is the crew that needs the message, because what I would say is don't wait for permission, just get out there and get going, right? And these young people already are doing that. So I don't know if there's much else to tell them, because that's the most important thing. I guess the second most important thing is don't stop, right?
Right. This is Jermaine's nephew, Jermaine Hampton.
All right. Nice to meet you.
So
I see a little out of
I saw him earlier. I was like, Jay. All right.
And this young man came from the Brotherhood Crusade over here at Keon. And again, Sabrina's interviewed you. So these are all people that we wanted to make sure in the room they get a chance to just, you know, feel what Jay has built. This is your house that you built, man. So, I mean, how do you feel about this? I mean,
well, I feel great about the energy, the sharing, the community, the inspiration. But I also recognize that for us, you know, especially as a nonprofit inside of a larger state-run nonprofit, that we're going to need going forward a lot more external support to be able to continue to do stuff like this. You know, that said, one, the support of Dakar has been amazing, and it's one of the ways, hopefully, that we'll be able to get more visibility to what we do. And two, the quality of the experience can't be beat. And so I'm thrilled. You know, I'm ready to do my 2 sessions this afternoon, and then time to get some refreshment snacks.
and does anybody have anything that they'd like to take away from Issa Rae's? You know, if you were able to ask her any question, what would you ask her?
If I was able to ask Issa Rae, so Issa Rae is somebody that's important to me because as a young storyteller, I'm able to go into my community, like I was telling her, like, and do different things. And me watching Insecure and watching how she deal with the issues like gentrification, the comedy lens, and her being able to respect that. It inspired me because right now, 2 weeks ago, I filmed a proof of concept. I directed it, produced, wrote that for my pilot. I have a pilot that I'm trying to get a producer and showrunner on, and she inspired that. And then last Friday, I hosted a table read where I had 100 people come out to the production studio in Van Nuys for Kids in the Spotlight. You heard of them? Kids in the Spotlight. It's an organization that helps foster youth. And now I have a community, now people that are from the community, industry professionals that are behind myself. So if I could ask her anything is, how can I get to the next level to be able to inspire like you are doing? And what can you do to not only that, but help, a young person like myself who sees the lens. If I have an older producer with experience on the project, taking it to the next level, why can't younger creatives share that narrative and do something different? You know?
We need to introduce you to Lamont Pete and to Sasheen Ortiz.
Right.
We have producers in our community. We need to start to meet them.
Sabrina,
Some of them are here right now.
Sabrina, anything you'd like to ask Issa if you had an opportunity? Speak up a little bit.
Nothing comes to mind. I had the lovely privilege of working with Issa Rae on Insecure on the last season, so that was a really wonderful process for me, and the producing team at HBO and on the show was just incredible. Apprentice Penny got to kind of shadow a little bit, so that was great, and that really fostered my career to the next level. I'd say the number one thing I would ask is probably just in terms of pitching, and I know she always says, you know, you're not pitching your project, you're pitching yourself, so I'd love to hear her kind of expand on that a little bit.
Great. And Aaron, if you could ask Issa Rae anything, what would it be?
Well, if I'm be honest, not really much I know. If my mom was here, she would have said everything. Everything. But I mean, besides me asking her something, I do think it is a great opportunity to see her at least live in person and be able to talk to her, you know, when we get the chance. And maybe those questions will come up there. But as of right now, I have nothing to say. I'm glad I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really many opportunities for kids my age that are doing this. Clearly, you got two 18-year-olds here doing this, and now it means a lot to me.
And Sherlett, anything you'd like to ask her if you had a chance to?
Well, obviously that she has a presence in our community, and obviously how can we expand that with our schools. I'm always looking to see how we can connect schools with those that have already been successful, and so how she can continue to give back into our community. I know she has a restaurant now in our community, so I just wanted to be able to branch into that. So I would definitely want to know how can she expand what she's already doing within the community to have an even larger footprint.
And Jay, what do you think is the takeaway from your conversation you're going to have with her later on?
Don't know, you'll have to find out.
Okay, thank you guys. All right.